Bliss essentially caused that disqualification on Monday night and are now out here to A, get even, and B, send a little message, get some momentum ahead of that fatal four-way showdown in 2 weeks' time at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but don't you feel like just about every top contender has that same feeling as Lyra quick to jump straight on top of Charlotte Flair? No matter which direction you look, especially in recent weeks, whether it's the Bellas or Charlotte or Alexa or what we saw at Madison Square Garden, everybody can seemingly make that argument. That's why it's perfect to have this fatal four-way at Mania.
Yeah, you're right, and countless matches have imploded over the past few weeks between
Good start by Lyra.
Those four teams due to the outside interference from each of the other teams. So nothing has been resolved over the past few weeks, hence why we're having this massive showdown in 2 weeks' time in Las Vegas to decide who really is the tag champs in this division.
Bliss was able to make the tag moments ago. Now you see the teamwork as they pin Lyra in that corner.
Now you mentioned it yourself, Joe. Flair and Bliss, of course. Oh, no! Wow! Oh my God!
DDT from Alexa Bliss. Good stuff. Bliss.
Yeah, this is the relatively weak resume in the ring on the side of Flair and Bliss. Only a 5-time world champion, Alexa Bliss. That just tells you how strong that pairing of Bliss and Flair really is. And Lyra Valkyria has been struggling, trying to get that tag. And a big shot to the jaw might do it. Bayley desperate to get in.
Well, speaking of 14-time world champions, the big headline of the night came to open up SmackDown with Randy Orton and Pat McAfee attacking Cody Rhodes here in St. Louis. You heard me right. Pat McAfee returning and teaming up with Randy Orton to beat down Cody Rhodes 2 weeks away from WrestleMania.
That might have been the opportunity for Valkyria to finally make that tag, but just in time, Charlotte Flair putting the brakes on the situation and back in agony now.
So close to making that tag to Bayley. Can she get just enough separation? It was just a few days ago on Monday Night Raw at Madison Square Garden. Bliss and Flair, they got in the mix with Bayley and Lyra. We're going for the tag team championships. It cost them. And now Lyra on the second ropes, cross body, and reaching out for Bayley, and makes the tag.
Bayley, the veteran, has been desperate to get in there with one of her fellow four-horse women, Charlotte Flair, and now completely unglued and taking it to the 14-time world champ.
She has been waiting, and now she gets hands on Charlotte. You know what happened on Monday night? We showed you that. You know what's going to happen in 2 weeks, but a lot to be decided here tonight in St. Louis.
And fresh as a case, Bayley has completely changed the outlook of this match. Now the whole world of trouble here is Charlotte Flair head first snapping back into the turnbuckle.
Into the cover. And getting a hand right on that bottom rope.
You know what you call that, Joe? You call that championship instincts of Charlotte Flair. Some are just born with it.
And now Bayley dragging Charlotte into that drop zone.
Charlotte looking incredibly groggy, but those instincts once again kicking in, getting out of trouble, and now turning the tide on Bayley.
To her feet, Charlotte Flair. Not wasting any time in putting Bayley into position.
Bayley putting the brakes on here, saying, no, you're going to have to do this the hard way. There's been a lot taken out of Charlotte Flair in this one. And now adding some major assistance there. Lyra Valkyria acting like an anchor around the feet of Bayley. Oh, at the right time.
And then snapping Alexa Bliss down onto the apron.
Here's take two from the top rope.
The flying elbow drop lands. This could be it. And Flair finds a way to get that shoulder up.
Yeah, that's that durability that has taken Flair to the top time and time again. And may well do so in 2 weeks' time at WrestleMania. But not if Bayley can do something about it.
Now the teamwork from Bayley and Lyra.
And that's what it comes down to, that instinctive chemistry.
This could be it right now from Lyra. And Charlotte still with enough in the tank.
I mean, let's face it, at this point, after that volley of abuse, most people are done and dusted, but Charlotte Flair just built a little differently than the rest. I've seen Charlotte have to dig deep. We haven't seen this side of her for quite some time. She's rocked here.
Lyra looking for more.
But baited in by Charlotte Flair.
And locking it in is Charlotte Flair, bridging to that figure eight.
A sheer agony now for Valkyria.
And Bayley comes in and makes the save.
I'm just waiting for like an interference or some shit,
There
man.
was a tap out imminent. And Valkyria was completely broken. Bayley trying to drag her to the corner so she can make a tag. Bliss is not having any of that, and now, right for the pickings perhaps, is Lyra Valkyria.
Able to secure Bliss. Boy, that strength of Lyra so impressive.
Criminally under-respected is the power of Valkyria.
Oh,
Look at this go.
what a reversal, looking for Sister Abigail DDT. But instead, a counter by Lyra.
Big old-fashioned right hand to the temple, dropping the Irish woman.
Charlotte's calling for it, pointing to Mania, looking to deliver.